late. I was uh, back up today at the Recovery Cafe. So I've got a couple of days a week up there. So somebody bombed out. Somebody asked me to share actually yesterday my experience, anything hoping I'd done that at Parkhead, and then the day, boom, fucking somebody cocked out for doing the share. So I was asked and they brought me back in. So that was 2 days in a row, do you know. The problem you end up on the circuit. So you do every con you usually after that. That's all right, you know. It's giving something back to people that gave something to me, you know, and it's free of charge. So that's we're all good. Do you know what I mean? Uh, oh, there's Roscoe. You all right, brother? How are you, mate? I thought somebody might pop on. How's things? Hope you're good, my bro. So, I got a phone call from one of we Murray boys pals, and his boy had a few problems down in Berlin for Edinburgh. Do you know what I mean? So it seems to have got it sorted. So we Murray will be happening. We Murray. You going live? Okay, right? Well, I'll fucking right. Well, what I'll do is I'll stay up. So I will. Uh, I'll stay up and we can fucking and I'll get a chat with you, right? Let's see who's on to start off with, right? We've got Roscoe boy there, so we have Joe Turner, great to see you, but I hope you're doing well. Keep yourself safe, keep your chin up. Good lad. Right. Sprocket Rocket, what a name. Happy to see you as well, mate. No, welcome to the the live, mate. Anybody's got any questions or anything like feels like talking about it, and let us know, and we'll go down that way. John, all right, mate. How's things? Uh, right, he's wanting. So, do you want a live with me and Roscoe and Murray and Chris together? Eh, I mean, that's doable. Do you know what I mean? We've got Roscoe here the new at the minute. Do you know what I mean? We can ask him if he's up for it, right? I'm up for it. I'm sure Chris will be up for it because he'd been talking about it when I was up there last weekend, Stein. And me Murray fella's game for anything, man. So he is, no. So, no, we'll try and put it together if you want. No, what we'll do is we'll get Chris, and Chris can do the tech stuff. So he can do the tech stuff, send us a link and invite us in, and we can all go in there. Do you know what I mean? And you'll hear a real Glasgow fucking Rammy taking place. So that's about it. Do you know what I mean? Look at the wee shaver I got. He's like that. You just plug it in. You just put in your USB. Bang. Do you know? Does it nice and close. Hold you in. Don't get me wrong. I prefer a wet shave to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? I like actual shaving. I've no shaved for a couple of days actually, and somebody pulled me on it. And funnily enough, yesterday I won a hamper yesterday, right? So I buys 10 tickets. I buys a tenner's worth of tickets, and it's only 20 minutes before the draw, right? Boom. Right, I get shouted. My tickets have come out, so I got a big basket with Gillette gel in it for shaving, Nivea aftershave lotions, cream face washes, head and shoulders shampoos, deodorants, blah, and a few random sweets here and there, whatever. So it was a big Easter basket, so that was good. And funnily enough, I was thinking about going out shopping and replenish some of the stuff I've got. So, and saying I don't need to replenish yet, I've got millions of stuff. No, don't get me wrong. That toilet, it's like a fucking display in there. Do you know what I mean? So it is no, you go in and there's nothing out of place. There's razors sitting certain ways, no, and I get like that. Do you know what I mean? I get a bit obsessive about things at times. You know, that's addicting me. So it is, to be honest. Do you know, when you become obsessed with something, do you know, that being the mental part of what's going on with you, and then the compulsion starts, which is the physical part of the problem. You know, so you soon obsess or something, you let it run over right in your head, and then bang, the compulsion kicks in. You pick up, you're fucked. Right now, you've got addiction on your back again, trying to kill you. Right, even more than it's trying to kill you in recovery. Right, because it's still about right making a mistake about that. you know. Aye, so you've just got to do what you've got to do. Anyway, and I'm glad everybody's safe tonight. It comes on here. Do you know what I mean? And it's good to have you feeding back to me and sending me messages and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Via email, via messenger, whatever it may be, and letting us know. And asking if I can help you in certain ways or asking whatever. Now, I can help anybody, but I'm limited where I'm at, right? Because I'm no driving, so I'm limited where I'm at, right? But no, I'm, I'll go to any lengths, if somebody's really stuck, and I'll travel to see them. Do you know what I mean? But preferably, I like to do things in Glasgow. But if you're out with Glasgow and you want to message me, we can have a phone call and we can do something. Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping to have a couple of guys at the cold water therapy on Monday. Do you know that have sent me messages? Uh, and this isn't recovery issues such or a recovery. What do you call it? Uh, it's no this live. The basis here isn't about recovery. I usually end up talking about stuff like that. The basis for this show is to connect with people, right? So it is, and it's to give people hope, right? Try and help out, right? And I know there's a guy like Roscoe there, right? Now, I know for a fact, right? Roscoe's a fucking good, decent boy, right? Now, I mean, see if you were like in his area, for talking's sake, I know that he would give his time to help people, right? And it's the same for a lot of the boys. We all come from a mentality, right? A prison, right? Where we look at after each other, and that's why I hate fights in prison. I hate cons fighting with each other, right? So I do. Cons are wanting to kill each other constantly or trivial things, and the real enemy's standing there locking your door at night. Now, I'm no telling anybody, right, to go and fucking do anything to anybody in authority. That's not what I'm saying here. Do you know what I mean? But we should know who our enemy is, and we should be able to go like at ourselves. Do you know what? We look after each other here. It's very seldom it happens now, and it's no good. I'm terrified to get back to jail. So am I. And if this makes sense to you, uh, jails have been so good that for people like me, old timers, they became bad, right? Us old timers, only suited to the way jails are run now, right? We are no fucking, get on and fucking getting into fucking, doing this and running about and blah, blah, blah. And there's half fucking 90% of places smoking Leo high. There's people taking fits all over the place. If they're not taking fits, they're fighting. And it's all young boys, right? And I was saying that today, so I was to somebody, and I went, I don't know when I became old, Gerry. Here I day. I don't remember that, you know what I mean? And suddenly it was, see old Gerry, right? I'm like, fucking hell. But I think back, and my dad passed away at 52, right? In a car accident. But when people called him old Gerry, I thought, he's old Gerry. I'm young Gerry. I'm old Gerry now. And some people call me Uncle Gerry, right? I've got guys that have been in prison with or outside call me Uncle Gerry. I've got a couple of lasses that call me Uncle Gerry. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not their uncles, you know what I mean? It's just people that I know, and somehow I've adopted them without knowing it, so, aye, it's like, do you know, I remember going into prison, I was fucking 27-year-old, right? A young man, right? I went into prison, and I remember leaving prison that Tuesday afternoon when they said there's 6 weeks parole at COVID after 23 years, right? And after winning an appeal for 3 years back. Actually, I wasn't due to 2026, right? But I won an appeal back, and I was gave 6 weeks parole, and they tried to throw me on a Tuesday afternoon during COVID with nothing, with no meds, no nothing. I refused and stayed to the next day. I had to, right? And when they're tossing you at the door for, you know, uh, which basically in Scotland, high security, it's basically a category, VNIC, right? And they're dropping you at high security right on in the street. And that's what they done with me. And I remember my head still thinking like this 27-year-old I went in, right? If you're there down, had the body of a fucking 200-year-old, right? And do you know what it's like? It's like having a 24 carat swagger on 9 carat feet. It just doesn't fucking work. Do you know? My he's writing checks that my body can't cash. It's as simple as that. Do you know? And fucking, I tried to go at a fence the other day and I seen the states. I was like, "Ah, man, Gerry, accept, right? You're no fucking a young fucking spring chicken anymore, right? Fucking, you're more like a fucking Scabby Doo. Know what I mean? We one win. Do you know what I mean? But it could be worse. No, it could be worse because to be fair and to be honest, I'm not supposed to be here. Do you know, I should have been dead at 40. Do you know, so I'm 12 years in with a transplant. So I'm 12 years in now. The median life expectancy for a transplant, somebody my age, right, at 40, when I got that transplant, was about just over 20 years, around about. So technically, you know, you're looking forward to getting to, what, 60? And then it's on top for you, right? Well, I believe in science and I believe in medical breakthroughs. And that's what I depend on. Do you know, I go like that, you know, there'll be, you know, something in the future that helps with longevity as opposed to, you know, you're going to die fucking whatever. Do you know, no, I'm scared of dying. I've been on the doorstep of that. So I have. I've been at the point where I only had yours to live. Do you know? Uh, and it's a strange story. So it is. It's a strange story. Do you know? Uh, because I was ill for 10 years. 7 years I spent in hospital. And somebody told me the day, not the day, the visiting, I was intubated, I was in intensive care, and they told me I was getting a transplant as if they knew something I didn't. And I heard the news at 12 o'clock and 4 people had died in a car accident, and it was the only thing I picked up in the news. And it's strange. 4 hours later, my nurse told me that there was a organ in. It looked as if it might be a match. We'll know for 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, they just wheeled us away, and I woke up back 1 o'clock the following morning with a heat blanket and all that on me. Sore, really painful, but feeling better straight away. The liver took straight away. I could see my colour coming back, right? I could see fucking, you know, I just felt it in myself that my engine was working, you know, and I was away up to 26 stone, right? I was absolutely massive, right? So I was, and uh, within 4 hours of waking up, I was good enough to go to high dependency. That's how quick these things work, right? And then I was doing there doing physio, blah blah blah. But it wasn't long till I was upstairs in a ward. Then it wasn't long till I was back home, although I had a couple of complications. But the organ was out the car crash that I had on the tranny. And coupled with that, lassie saying that a few hours before that, I've got to think sometimes, know what I mean, and go like that, you know, is that a God job? And it makes me think, well, see if you've been chosen to stay on the earth, there's a reason for it. And that's what I try and do. I try and give myself reasons to carry on, reasons to put my on it, reasons to whatever. I was coming back up the road there, so I was, and I was walking through trying to get the bus. And a couple of punters, one of them I know, right, a wee guy I've knew all his days, right, he's in the tune, he's full of drink, right, and he's fucking hit this guy a dull one, so he has nearly knocked him through a bus stop, right? And then the pal has jumped in, and suddenly there's cans of beer getting it, and I've had to go across and put a stop to it. And see, looking at it from the outside in, I thought, this is fucking madness, right? And that's the stuff that I used to do, right? And I'm looking and I'm going, this is fucking madness. But also the presence of mind that I couldn't stand about, I couldn't fuck about, run about, I had to go up the road. So I kind of put my foot on it, right? The wee guy knows me on my days, he knows that fucking if I tell him to stop, he should stop, do you know what I mean? And then I left as quick as I seen it, but it's carnage. It's carnage. It's everything that we fucking hate in our lives, do you know? And you've got that option today. I'll tell you what, you've got an option today where you can turn round and you can go, do you know what? I'm going to my bed tonight and put my head down, right? Or you've got the other option, right? To pick up or do whatever you're doing. See, within 2 days, anybody that identifies with me, anybody that's fucking suffered for the illness of addiction will be able to know this. And you're sitting there, you burnt your life to the ground again, and what you saying, I can't believe I've done this again to myself, right? And I've done that many times, right? What the fuck? I've done this again, burnt my life to the ground, built it up and everything's been good and got rid of fucking all the legal issues, blah, 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 all the stuff. For once in your life, you're free to breathe and you're free to fucking not be scared, right? The authorities and all that and whatever. And suddenly you're right back to that black spot, right? And the cops become the enemy again, right? And you're watching everybody and everything, right? Everything's potential, right? Everything's potential for money, right? Everything's for potential for fucking cheating, lying, deceiving, right? Deception, manipulation, all over the place, right? And that's the way it will go until psychosis kicks in. Next thing you'll be doing what I do. I'm out in the fucking street at 2 o'clock in the morning, check my blinds to see if you can see chinks of light coming out. Because I don't want anybody to chap the door. Anybody chaps the door or puts anything through the door, it's like a hand grenade coming through the door. I've got myself locked in a bedroom with the heat on full blast, right? So I've with law and order on, and I'm just sitting there, right? Just taking copious amounts or whatever it is I'm taking, and amongst other things, and just sitting fucking weirded out, man, wired. No, nah, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that, Uh, my problem is that I love drugs, right? Now, people that have went through the stuff that I've went through, no, would probably mostly go like that, oh, I fucking hate drugs, right? Blah, 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 because of what they've done to us. I've not got that issue. I love drugs. That's what my problem is, right? Because I love them so much that I'd allow them to take over my life and run my life for me, right? Uh, and that's where I need to watch out for. And that's where I need to work for, that position. And remember that. Some people are different, do you know what I mean? Some people, whatever. I couldn't care less how people recover, how they want to do things, how they want to fucking whatever. See, as long as they're not in fucking danger, I couldn't care less, right? And I'm here to put my own out to yous anyway, right? So right, try to do the right thing by yous and try to do the right thing by myself, Uh, I'm not a bad person, despite everything else that we've talked about, we've heard, with whatever. And I used to question myself, right? And I used to think you just bad because I didn't think I had any feelings, I do feelings, and they're very relevant to my everyday living. And instead of being able to, I used to have feelings and I just identified them as anger. That was it. That was the only feeling I had, right? Was annoyance, rage, and anger, right? In jail, right? That was the way I operated. So it was. No, I know now that I don't need to question myself about feelings, right? I know what it is that I'm suffering for at whatever given time, right? Whether it's sadness, whether it's fucking being happy, whether it's been this or that, blah, blah, blah. Do you know? It's not just straight to anger. And that's what I was, just an angry guy, man. You know what I mean? And treated a lot of people badly. And I treated a lot of good people very, very well as well. Do you know? Uh, it's always going to be that way, though. Aye. Nah. Anger. It's not a good thing. Uh, and I was angry for a long time there. I was angry at my missus. I was angry at fucking everything that took place. And what I didn't realise was it was all my deal. Do you know what I mean? So it was, we were laughing to actually in the meetings, and I was talking about my missus. She's my ex-missus now, but I love her to death, and I think she sees it the same way. But I'm talking about her today, so and what's happened is that I've went, listen, nobody frightens me, right? I don't get intimidated by fucking people that have done this or that or the next thing or whatever, because I'm fucking well aware it's very easy to take somebody's life, right? Do you know, I've done it and I'm well aware of fucking how it goes, and I'm well aware that we're all fucking the same humans when it comes down to it, right? And if somebody's coming for you, I'm not going to let it happen. Right, I'm going to try and do something about it. That's the truth of the matter. No, nobody's coming for me to fuck about with me without me, right? So anyway, no, as I say, I'm not really intimidated with it or fucking, or whatever. And I'll go to work at the drop of a hat, whether I get beat up, whether I win, regardless. But I realised there was one person in my life that I was terrified of, and it was my missus. I was fucking terrified there. I used to sit in a separate room and I used to look at the wall, and shout the odds at the wall. No, no loud. No, fucking this and I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do the next thing. No, didn't even bother to tell her in her fucking face. Eh, aye. She's a warrior. So she is. She's a warrior. Very much so. I put her through a lot. And I'm sorry for that. So am I. Uh, she's a love in my life, man. Took me at school. I don't know anybody else. I've not had any more long-term relationships or anything like that or whatever. Do you know? She's always what I really know. And I hate saying it. Since we've been apart, the two of us have got much better. And I hate the thought that that means we can never be together again. Sad. Ach, it's sad. But you know what? I'll always back her up. And I know she'll do the same for me. Right? We had to part company for our own safety. And our own presence of mind. We had to. But it doesn't stop you feeling fucking rotten about it. No, Disney. Oh man. Yeah, right. Let myself fucking hang me a wee bit there actually. Needs a second, guys, to get. Oh, fucking hell, man, my fucking. See, that's me here when suddenly fucking you're an old man, right? Right, like my fucking cell, that fucking bam. You've just got to accept it, you're a fucking old budger. It's as simple as that, know what I mean? Eh, just be, yeah, by the way, this isn't fucking a spliff. This is just, I had some of these fucking coloured skins. So I did, man, and fucking I've ran out of normal ones. Fucking, I didn't get the shop, it was shut for 10 o'clock. So I'm using fucking wheat sheaf or whatever the fuck they're called. Fucking, they're rough, man. So they are rough as rougher than a motherfucker. Fuck's sake, man. Base fucking, well, fucking smoking fucking doubts and been in your piss pot for 6 months. Fucking hell, man. And then we've had the good weather, and it's just turned pure shite now. I'll be honest with you, but you know what I mean? I was starting to get a bit fucking fed up with that heat. Uh, I like the heat, but hate having to cater for it. See, when it's cold, you just pull your gear on, pull your big Jake on and fuck off it. So when it's hot, you lap your t-shirts, while I put that on, behind me, while I wear a body warmer, do you know what I mean? Blah, 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 and you want to start all that fucking lot, know what I mean? No t-shirts and that, better put a good t-shirt on, no, so people will think I'm a fucking cool dude, know what I mean? No, not realising that fucking clays and material things have got fuck all to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do with it, do you know what I mean? No, if you could walk out there and more a fucking bollock with a guarantee, right, that you'll always be safe and that you'll no pick up again, blah, 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 blah. Would you do it? I'd do it in a second, so I would. But I'd probably get fucking shot, put down, right, statement. Nah, well, don't worry about it, know what I mean? The first time I've dealt with naked people, you know what I mean? Fuck's sake, man. These fucking people in cells singing fucking all I want to do is make love to you and fuck knows what, man. Fucking crazy, crazy, crazy people, no? Eh, aye. Oof. The old fucking prisons, know what I mean? And where I ended up at the end of the line. You know, I'd been through various prisons. I actually got through, I got barred for the same prison twice, right? So I did. Uh, I was barred for 11 years for assaulting staff. Then I went back there on the ghost train and they offered me a chance to go up to the halls. I done it. 6 weeks later I was barred again. Never to come back. I'm barred out of Low Moss. Uh, I have been barred out of Glenelg and allowed back in. I'm barred out of Stockton. So and I was only up there as a visitor. Uh, they fucking chased me. So the minute I got my transplant, they fucking well, I get to fuck out here. Uh, so I was barred for there. Uh, and where I ended up there. Fucking light this thing, man. Sick. Come on, man. Yeah, to fuck much. That's what it was, man. Aye, getting barred out of prisons and all that, as I say, fucking, and where I ended up there at the end now. I was in Kilmarnock prison when it first opened, and I would have said it was one of the scariest places I've been because of the amount of fucking prison artillery that was available and the amount of drugs that were available, right? Alcohol was available, right? It's not a fucking good mix at all. Knives, drugs, alcohol, right? Something's going to happen eventually. And down there, it was common, right? So it was. So you were always watching your aim back, right? If you get any fucking tiffs or whatever or blah, blah, blah. Actually, fucking, I got fucking hot in the fucking heat with a cup down there. So I did, man, and it bust my fucking head wide open. But anyway, I've landed in short seg unit. And they've says to us, Lament Hall won't take you because there's prisoners that have put in a thing called a keep separate against me. So if they know I'm coming to a nick, right, they go to the screws and they go, listen, I've got to keep, I want to keep separate from him. Right, I don't want the hall, he's after me or he's got to do something to me. Now, 2 people out of the fucking 4 that done it, right, 2 of the people were lying. I've never had an issue with them. And they used my name to get themselves out into a better position, right? So they did. Because they were in debt and this and that and the next thing. The other 2 guys, aye, they fair dues, do you know what I mean? One guy is convinced, absolutely convinced, that I was behind him being stabbed in another prison where he lost a kidney, right? So he's got the fucking hump, so he has. And then there's another fucking character, right, that I've been into it with somewhere along the line. And it's very seldom I get into it with anybody. So I'm into it with somebody, there's something wrong, right? And aye, and they says to you, you're going to the fucking national induction centre on the top flat, the Allerton Hall, right? Now that's for people who've just started sentences. And I've got a guy there, right, a pal of mine, Max, and he went, why don't you just stay up here, Gerry? He went, and then just do your time, get the fuck out. I went, Max, how does it look somebody that's been in 21 years, right, and they've just landed in a fucking national induction unit with guys that have just started fucking lifers and 10s and 12s and this and that and the next thing, right? I says, and I'm there trying to get libbed. I say, fucking look like a fucking pure snitch. I mean, I'm not fucking doing that, even though I've got pals there and I could justify staying with them. Oh, no, no. But Alan 3, they were waiting on a space. A space came up. Bosh, Alan 3. Now, Alan 3 is probably the end of the line. See, when you look at it, right, there's a lot of fucking subversive people in it that hate screws, plot against screws, guys that fucking do contracts on people for money, do you know, there's fucking major drug dealers, no, there's killers, do you know what I mean? Some of the people are in there have just killed for nothing. They're the most dangerous ones, right? Because they've just fucking went out and done somebody in. Right, and there's a few of them kicking about. They're fucking very dangerous, people, right? Do you know, there's no reason for whatever it is. There's no reason, and they just want to fucking, right? Do you know? And 9 times out of 10, if there's people like that about, no, you have to get them removed, right? Or you have to fucking get in there first, right? But you can't have people like in halls, right? Same as I've had experience with other people in halls with mental health problems and all that. Do you know, a guy in fucking a guy in Glencoe attacked me with snooker balls, right? So he did because I told him not to leave the fridge open. He's went away, his heat's done a job on him, he suddenly thinks I'm the enemy, and he comes out and he hits me with fucking 4 balls in a sock, right? And the sock extends away out, so it does, man. It kind of wraps around my head and hits the back of my head, right? There's no fucking any issue, right? It's no bust my head or anything. But I've jumped up, obviously, and he's at the other side of a snooker table, and the cunt should hit me with balls, right? And I'm saying to him at the time, listen, these balls will run out shortly. Know what I mean? And it's fucking going to be my shot. I was covered in big welts on my body, right? But anyway, as it turns out, while he's performing, a pal of mine just comes out of cell and just fucking melts him, right? So he does, absolutely melts him, right? So he does, no, my wee pal Ollie, right? He's fucking just, is, no, bang on. So now we've got a situation where he's on camera hitting me, then the snooker boys, then I've got a fucking snooker queue trying to get a hold of him, and then there's fucking Ollie has battered him, right? Blah, blah, blah. And it all turns out it's because of this fucking fridge, right? We finds out the next day that the guys looked at me, and because I'm big in that, the screw, the chief screw says, Gerry, you don't realise how big you are and how intimidating you can be, you know what I mean? You're a big guy, blah, 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 right? And that's what's happened to the boy. And I thought, fucking hell, man, you know what I mean? Uh, and I apologise for upsetting him and all that and this, that, and the next thing, but you know what? They fucking jailed the guy, right? They moved him out the hall because they thought fucking I would end up doing something to him, right? And with that story on board, I wouldn't have. I promise you, I wouldn't have. I'm no like that, you know? Uh, but they put him out to the other hall, and then I've heard that they jailed the boy. Know what I mean? The boy sent me a letter on, no, he's like, they've jailed me, blah, 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 right? And the cops haven't came and seen me, but they've jailed me with fucking, he's jailed with assaulting me, right? And nobody's fucking decided to come and tell me, so he's told me through a stiffy, right? In case you don't know what a stiffy is, it's a small letter, right? That comes secretly through the prison, through other people. He sent a stiffy and explained to me, you know, and I says to him, listen, shout me as a witness, blah, 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 you know. And he went down on a summary complaint and he was convicted and he got 3 months. Fucking terrible. I was gutted, I was devastated, you know. And I've had that no long ago, do you know. I've had fucking, there was a guy in jail, do you know. I'll keep his anonymity safe. He was in jail, and I had been stabbed 14 times and he was accused of it, right? When all I can say is the guy was defending himself, right? I wasn't stabbed for nothing, right? Near I was. The person that done it was defending themselves because of my aggression, right? Uh, and all they were doing was swinging a knife out when I was on top of him. And at the end there, I'm stabbed, both lungs, under the armpit, through the neck, the whole lot, right? And I'm still chasing him round the house. And the poor guy's ended up screaming, so he is, and he's begging for his fucking granny and this and that and the next thing, right? Uh, it was pretty fucking bad, aye. And I'm still trying to get a hold of him to do him in. Know what I mean? Not realising that I'm bleeding to death myself as this is taking place. And I was more worried about my trainers, my new white fucking trainers at 200 quid. I'm shouting, look at the fucking state of my trainers. But the thing was is that the boy was caught and he was charged with it. And I never ever made a statement about anything. I left hospital. When I seen the cops, I just told them straight, no, I don't talk to these, I'm not working with these, know what I mean? They asked us for photographs and I refused. They asked us for DNA, I refused. Right, so they said, we're coming back, blah, blah, blah. This time the tube's not out, I've got to fuck out the hospital. So I have. But my rat bastard, their cousin, and the guy's house it's died in, the two of them fucking stuck the guy in, right? They picked him out an ID parade and all that and all. And I was devastated. See the thought of somebody lying in prison because of me, right? It wasn't because of me, it was because of them. But I was going like that. If I wouldn't have fucking carried on the way I carried on, this wouldn't have happened, so blah, blah, blah. You know, it was rough. So it was. I'm glad to say that we got it sorted out. So we did. We got it sorted out. You know, it was always going to be sorted out, especially when it was committed against me, right? Because I'll be honest, I'll do anything in my power to fucking fuck it up, right? So I will. Do you know what I mean? No. And the thing is, do you know, they're jailing people that fucking unresponsible and this and that and the next thing, no. The fact is, I'm not having somebody lying the neck, right? And the guy ended up lying a fucking good while because of COVID, no. People are still lying for a year, no, that, no, and I wasn't fucking good, know what I mean? No, I felt like a fucking absolute fucking, I felt like an absolute fucking betrayer. Do you know what I mean? I felt as if I'd fucking stuck a guy in. No, and I know I'm solid deep down. Do you know? Eventually I got barred out of that full area, right? They had been watching what was happening to me. There was tortures, there was fucking this, there was fucking, you know, somebody come up to your house with a gun and put it in a chair, down behind a chair. And I was talking about this tonight, and I don't know if I ever told you this, you know, but a guy came into our house and went like that, and he was demanding to meet me. I'm only going to speak to Gerry, whatever business we were doing. He was saying he didn't want to speak to anybody apart from me. So I've got him brought up to our house anyway. We were sitting in his house, blah, blah, blah. So after we fucking had a discussion about whatever we was talking about, you know, we're sitting fucking this and that, there's joints going about and all the rest there. And he's some guy, he said, told me he was from open, blah, blah, blah. What he doesn't know is I've got a wee pal called Sandra, right? And she's fucking a brilliant earner, right? A good partner, right? I'm talking about, you know, business wise, and a fucking million%, right? Got your back and watching constantly to make sure I'm safe. And she sees this guy putting something under the fucking seat behind me, and she pulls me. Says to Gerry, he's put something down that seat behind you, blah, blah, blah. And right, okay, I says, he's a minute. I'm going to come back into the room, I'm going to grab him. I says, you go under and find out what it is, right? So this is what happens in the next few minutes. He's got a fucking Glock pistol, with a round in it, chambered, ready to go. And it's for me. And Sandra spotted it, you know, otherwise I'd been in trouble. So that's the kind of way where I ended up, right? But I ended up, there was fucking serious issues going on. There's people trying to fucking do this and that. It was me on the other side, blah, blah, blah. Do you know, I'm running about with a vest on constantly, fucking, right? Para out my fucking heat, blah, 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 waiting for somebody trying to fucking kill me. So cops have stepped up the patrolling area and all that, right? And then they've got a Trojan and I've got an armed response in, no, and they've dragged us out of bookies and all that, and fucking all that, right? And I'm like, fuck this, know what I mean? And then bang, coppers, council, all the rest of it. Has pulled me out the area completely, right? But do you know what? I'm just thinking about something. Baloney's in the area. Baloney's at the top of the road in Ridley, right? So see I'm barred out the fucking area, right? I'll be saying that next time, right? If I'm ever in trouble. Here, by the way, I can't go to Baloney, I'm barred, right? Barred out to where? Barred out to fucking Ridley altogether, right? So I'm breaking the law if I go back in there. Better take me somewhere a bit better, because it's a fucking dump. So it is, it's a fucking dump. Aye, there was stuff going on, it was just over the top, man. So there was, and I had to go home. I was out on a bender, and I had to go home. And I walked in the door again. She just looked at me and went, "Are you done? You finished? Are you done?" "I am done." "Right, get yourself fucking bathed and or showered and scrubbed, right? Get your fucking clothes off, right? And go in and lie down and get rested, right? Put a tail on, whatever, we'll get something on." She would get me maybe a Chinese or whatever it was, and she would lie there beside me while I was fucking feeling it. And I would lie for a few days, really fucking, really feeling it, and that's what she done last year to me and saved my pain. Know what I mean? Up the road, get to fucking bed, don't fuck about, blah, blah, blah. Aye, no, saved my bacon, man. And I'm just walking in the door as if nothing fucking happened. I fucking set up, man, what a situation, man. Do you not think about it? I'm fucking, aye. Oh, man, my eyes are fucking burning, man. Oh, aye. So I'm not too sure, you know what I mean, what's happened. But I'm alright today, so right, so I'm going to bring this up to an end, man. So, man, I'm going to say cheerio because I'm going to stay up to one and fucking jump on Roscoe's. So, Roscoe, I'll see you on, brother. I'll stay up for you. Meantime, I'll watch a bit of Law and Order. Or something. Fucking, I'll find something to fucking watch. And then I'll jump on for 1 o'clock. I'll set my alarm, I'll jump on for 1 o'clock. Right, guys, have a good night, right? Sleep well, and God bless, right? And I hope fucking that you wake up tomorrow, it's another new day, and you're ready to go, right? Remember, you're warriors. Good night, God bless.